Hi everyone, my name is Christina. I'm with Sweatshop Hot Yoga Studio in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. And today we're going to do a 30-minute full body sweat yoga class. So it is exactly what it sounds like. Today's class is meant to get your heart rate up, burn some calories, and really bring some energy into our days. We'll be moving pretty quickly from one movement to the next, and we'll be doing a lot of active movements instead of holding our poses for longer periods of time. So if at any point during this class you need to take a rest, absolutely feel free to do that. And I'll try to give some modifications along the way as we go. So with that, let's get started. I'll meet you on your mats. We're gonna start with just bringing our knee into our chest. So it's a little bit of a balance here. But if you just bring your knee into your chest, maybe find a spot in front of you to concentrate on. And we'll take a few breaths here. And you can release that leg. And we'll do the same thing on our other side. So left knee comes into our chest. Try to balance here if you're able to. Taking a few breaths in and out. And you can release that left leg. We're not going to do a ton of jumping around or anything crazy like that today, but we are going to move pretty quickly through our poses, and they're going to be a little bit more active rather than holding them for longer periods of time. So bring our arms out in front of us, parallel to the ground, and we're going to do some high knees. So you don't have to run or jump here, but just some small movements. Try to bring your knees as close to your hands as possible. We're just warming up the legs here. And of course, breathing while we're doing this. It's always a good rule of thumb to inhale as you come up and exhale as you come down. We'll take a few more here. And one last on the left side. And we'll come down into tabletop position. In tabletop, we want our knees and legs all in straight lines. So wrists, shoulders, elbows, all above one another. And we're just going to do some circles with our knees here. So you can start out whatever way feels good for you. Again, we're just trying to warm up the legs and get some range of motion here. And we can take it the other way. Making sure that we're breathing. My hips are creaking a little bit as I do that. We'll switch on over to the left side. And take it the other way. And we're going to push back into a high plank. So legs come nice and long behind us. And shoulders are protracted, so really pushing the ground away. And we'll come right back into low plank and then upward facing dog. Upward facing dog with our thighs off of the mat. Your gaze can be shifted to the ceiling. And push back into downward facing dog. And we'll travel to the top of our mat, so feel free to walk or jump. And we'll take a halfway lift and forward fold. We'll come right up into chair. So in our chair position, we want our hips as far back as possible, making sure that we're not bringing our knees in front of our toes. So really focus on sending those hips back. If you have to stand up in the pose a little bit to do that, that's perfectly fine. And we'll start with our hands to our chest. And as we inhale, we're going to open up to the side. So when we do that, try to keep your knees and hips in line. Don't turn your whole body, but you're really just twisting from your waist. So inhale, we'll twist open. Exhale to center. And then when we inhale, we're going to open to our left side or your other side. And exhale, center. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, center. Inhale to the left. And exhale, center. We'll take a few more rounds here. Feel free to go at your own pace. Just inhaling as you twist open. And exhaling to the center. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. And last round, inhale, open. Exhale, center. And inhale, open. We can come up out of our chair. And we'll just make our way into high to low plank. And then upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. In our down dog, maybe pedal out your feet a little bit or walk your dog. Take a bend of the knees. Just take some time to stretch out your legs. In our down dog, we want to be hinging at our hips. For some of us, myself included, it's helpful to bend my knees a little bit to do that so that I have a nice flat back. And then we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky and bring it between our hands at the top of our mat into Warrior Two. So in Warrior Two, our back foot, our right foot should be down and pointed out to the side with our left toes pointing forward. And here we're going to do, we'll inhale, extend nice and long, and then exhale, toes are going to point forward into star pose, and then take another inhale in Warrior Two on our other side. That's 1 round. So inhale, star pose. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, star pose in the center. Exhale, Warrior Two, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Trying to keep your arms nice and parallel to the ground here and not bringing your knee past your toes. Inhale, center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, center. Warrior Two. And inhale, center. Into Warrior Two. We'll bring our hands to our mat, high to low plank, and upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. This time we're going to bring our right leg high to the sky, bring it between our hands for crescent lunge. So in crescent lunge, we have our left toes up, heel is off of the mat. And from here, we're going to push off the ground with our left foot, and we're going to come to balancing stick on our right leg. So you can grab your hands overhead, push off the ground, and then hinge at the hips into balancing stick. Arms and legs going opposite of each other, nice and long. And strong right straight leg. We can gently step back. Release our arms into Warrior Two. And we'll take a reverse warrior to stretch out our bodies. Can cartwheel our hands down to our mat. And we'll go through our vinyasa, which is the high to low plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And we'll repeat that same mini flow on our left side. So left leg's coming up, between our hands at the top of our mat, into crescent. Take a few breaths here. Then we can grab our hands overhead. And then push off with your right foot balancing on your left, hinging at your hips for balancing stick. Maybe focus your gaze about 6 inches in front of your toes, stretching nice and long into a figure T. And we can gently release that back foot down to the mat, coming into warrior 2. And we'll reverse our warrior and bring our hands to the mat, high to low plank. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. From here, we're going to move into high plank. And we're going to flow from high plank to downward facing dog. So when we inhale, we can send our bodies forward, making sure that our shoulders are over our wrists, back nice and flat. And as we exhale, we'll push back into downward facing dog. That's 1 round. We'll go for 4 more. So inhale, pull forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pull forward, core nice and engaged here, along with your glutes. And exhale, push back. Inhale, high plank, flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one here. Inhale, pull forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we can come to the top of our mat, so feel free to walk or jump. And then we're going to work on a little bit of balancing. We'll start out with our left leg nice and strong, and we're going to do some figure 4 squats. So with our balancing, if we're pulling our kneecap and our balancing leg up, it'll help engage that leg and make us a little bit more stable. And also try to squeeze and engage your glutes here, especially at the top of the movement. If you don't want to go for the figure 4, feel free to maybe go about hips width distance apart, and we can still do some squats there. Otherwise, left leg nice and strong. Right leg is going to cross right above the knee. Find your balance here. I like to bring my hands to my heart, and then we'll squat down as 1. Again, finding a point to focus on helps a lot with balance here. So we'll inhale down and exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. We'll try to go nice and controlled here. Down, up, and down, up, down, up. Let's do 4 more. Up, got 3 left. So we're inhaling as we're coming down, and exhale up, and 1 more. Inhale down, exhale up. I'll shake out that left leg a little bit. And we'll switch over to the other side. So right leg grounds down nice and strong, lift that kneecap up. And again, feel free to take a regular squat here. That works just as well. When you're coming up, just make sure to engage your glutes. So really squeeze them nice and tight. So right leg can be strong with our left leg crossed over into a 4. And same thing. So inhale down. Exhale as we come up. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Just try to get right back into it. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Feel free to go at your own pace here. Just making sure that it's controlled. Let's go for 4 more. Inhale down. Exhale up, down, and up, down, and up. We got 2 left. Inhale down, exhale up, and inhale down, exhale up. All right, we're gonna take a quick little rest here. So feel free to come into child's pose. Arms nice and long in front of us. And we'll just take 2 more breaths here. All right, we can come back to the top of our mats and we'll come into our chair pose again. So let's take our feet maybe about hip width distance apart and we'll sit back into our chairs. We're gonna do some twists here as well. So we can inhale to the center, and then when we exhale, we're gonna twist from our hips to connect our elbow with our knee, okay? So inhale up, try to stay nice and low here so you don't wanna stand up all the way, but stay in your chair. And exhale to the side. Inhale up, exhale twist. Inhale center, exhale twist. Inhale center, exhale twist. Inhale center, exhale twist. We got 2 left. If your knees are shaking here, let's power through it. Inhale center, exhale twist. Let's finish up our last one. Inhale center, exhale twist. And inhale center, exhale twist. You can stand up, maybe shake out the legs here. We're gonna do a little bit more leg work. It's a really good way to build some heat in our bodies and get our heart rate up and the blood pumping. So from here, we're gonna do some reverse lunges into a kick up. So reverse lunge. In my reverse lunge, I like to just gently, don't crash your knee into the ground, but gently tap my knee on the ground. And again here, make sure your stance is wide enough so that your knee isn't going in front of your toes. So we'll go down and then kick up. Down, kick up. We can exhale when we come down and inhale when we come up. So down, drive up, down, drive up, down, drive up. Let's go for 5 more. Down, drive up, exhale, inhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale, inhale up, and exhale, inhale up. Should be feeling that in your left side. So your left side is the side you want to keep nice and tight as we're going through those. So we'll switch to our right side. That means right side's going to stay put. Our left leg we're going to send back into our reverse lunge. And inhale, we crunch up, okay? So exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Down and up, down and up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Let's go for 3 more. Down and up. 2, exhale down, inhale up. Last one, down and up. All right, great job. We'll come to the top of our mat and we'll take a nice big step sideways. And we're gonna do some goddess squats. So feet can be about 3 feet apart or so. Toes pointed out at about 45-degree angle. And what we'll do is when we come down into goddess pose, and then we'll come up, arms overhead. All right, so exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, down, and up, again squeezing the glutes at the top. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Let's do 2 more. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and inhale up. All right, we can take a quick child's pose here. You should feel your heart pumping quite a bit. So arms can come nice and long in front of you. And just take a few moments to breathe here. In our next move, we're going to do a little bit more balancing. That helps strengthen the leg that we're balancing with and also helps build stability in our core. So engaging your glutes at the top and engaging your core throughout the movement will help build the strength in your core to stabilize you. So you can come up out of child's pose and you can come to about the middle of your mat here. We're going to do some warrior three, kind of like a deadlift squat mix. So hands to heart. We'll start out with our left leg nice and strong, and then we'll hinge at the hips to come forward, and then we'll come back up. So we're not going to hold in warrior three, but just keeping the movement nice and active. So inhale, we'll come down. Exhale, up. Inhale, hinge at the hips. Exhale, up. We'll just do two more here. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. Last one. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. We're going to step high to low plank. So back's nice and flat in high plank. Lower down to low plank. And upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Remembering to breathe here. Whenever things get challenging, we tend to stop breathing. It's natural. Try to remind you guys. So you can come back to the top of our mats. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So right leg's going to stay nice and strong. You can bring your hands to your heart. And we'll hinge forward into warrior three. And come up. Inhale, extend nice and long. And exhale, up. Inhale, hinge at the hips. Exhale, up. Two more, guys. Inhale, nice and long. And exhale, up. Last one. Inhale, nice and long. And exhale, up. We'll bring our hands back down to the mat here. And high to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. We'll bring our right leg up between our hands for warrior two. And then we're going to do a side angle. So your right arm can rest on your right leg. Left arm is coming overhead. And come back to warrior two. Then we're actually going to come into crescent lunge. And we're going to place our left hand on the mat inside of our right foot and bring our right arm overhead. Nice little twist here. Remember to breathe. Maybe taking a rest in child's pose if that's what your body is calling for. We can come back to warrior two. Bring our hands to the mat for high to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. We're almost there, ladies. So keep it going, left side. Left leg comes up. Through our hands for warrior two. Ooh, losing my balance a little bit. And then left arm can connect with left leg for a side angle. And take a few breaths here. And then we can come up to crescent lunge. So we want to be on our tippy toes of our back foot. And right hand is going to come onto the mat to the inside of our foot. And the left arm comes up nice and long. Taking a nice twist here. Remembering to inhale and exhale. Try to calm some of your breathing. I know it's challenging. We can bring that left hand to the mat and we'll push down into high to low plank and upward facing dog. And then I'm going to come to my knees to get into a forearm plank. So it is just what it sounds like. So we want to be on our forearms, and then we'll send our legs nice and long behind us. Try to keep a flat back here. And we're going to do some knee touches to the ground while keeping the rest of our body motionless, if possible. So right knee down, tap the mat. Left knee down, tap the mat. Right knee down. Left knee down. Breathe through your plank here. Right knee down. Left knee down and up. We'll just do 2 more. Right knee down and up. Left knee down and up. Last one. Right knee down and up. And left knee down and up. We're going to push it back into child's pose for a quick rest here. Take a few breaths. Maybe some nice, big, deep breaths. We're going to come to a side forearm plank. So you can kind of start laying on your side. And then legs are going to come nice and long behind you. And then push your hips up to the sky. Right arm comes overhead. So we're working on our core a little bit here. Core nice and strong, hips lifted. Don't want to be sinking low. A variation you can do here is maybe just come to your knee and your wrists. We're going to start doing some crunches here. So whichever position you prefer. So I'll go in the forearm plank here. Arm nice and long ahead and knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Do 2 more. Extend. Elbow. Inhale, extend. And crunch. We'll switch right over to our other side. So again, feel free to either have your knee on the ground in more of a regular plank, or you can come to your forearm plank. So bring your arm overhead and crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Let's go for 1 more. Extend. And exhale, crunch. All right, I told you guys I was going to be working you a little bit today. So we're going to lay on our backs and we'll come into a bridge pose. A couple different variations here. So you can either take a traditional bridge. So heels should be maybe a couple inches away from your hips. And you can just lift your hips up. Or if you'd like a little added challenge, you can bring your right leg parallel to the ground. I just keep my calf parallel to the ground. And then we'll push up. So you can stay in bridge and push up and down and up and down. Or feel free to bring that right leg up and bring the heels up. Down and up. We'll just do one last one, down and up. We'll switch to our other side. If you're in bridge, you can keep going with both legs on the ground. So bring my left leg up, drive my heels up to the sky. Exhale as you come down. Inhale up, squeezing the glutes at the top here. Exhale down, just do 3 more. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, last one. Inhale up, exhale down. And let's stretch nice and long. Just take a full body stretch. And a couple of breaths here. We'll bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And we'll hug our right knee in with our left leg nice and long. And then bring that right knee up and over to your left side for a twist. So your shoulders should be on the ground. Knee almost touching the ground. Mine can't reach the ground. So if yours can't either, that's okay. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So right leg nice and long. Left knee comes into the chest. And then twist that left knee over to your right side, keeping your shoulders on the ground and maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Hopefully starting to bring our breathing back to normal. We worked ourselves pretty good today. You might be a little bit sore tomorrow, so make sure to drink plenty of water the rest of the day here. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. And you can come up to a seated position. And we'll take a few breaths together here. We'll just do 3 rounds. So we'll inhale through our nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. And one last breath together. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. With that, we'll bring our arms overhead. And you can bring your hands to your chest. Namaste. Thank you everyone so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Maybe it was a little bit of a challenge for you. That's a good thing. Again, that's how we grow. So thank you so much for joining me today. Bye.